We thought our puppy was stubborn. Turns out, he's a philosopher. The first thing you should know about Sammy is that he doesn't rush. Not food, not walks. Not decisions, and definitely not people. The morning we realized something was different, Sammy was sitting in the middle of the hallway, staring at the wall like he was waiting for it to answer a question. "Sammy," we said, no response. We waved a treat, nothing. Another dog would have sprinted over. Sammy just blinked, slowly. That was the day we thought, okay, this puppy is stubborn, we were wrong. Sammy wasn't stubborn, he was thinking. Sammy came into our lives as a tiny ball of fur with oversized ears and an expression that looked permanently curious. From the start, he did things on his own timeline. He wouldn't chase toys unless he'd examined them first. He wouldn't walk through a door unless he'd scanned the room beyond it. It was like he needed to understand the why before the what. At first, it drove us crazy. During training sessions, other puppies would sit, stay, and roll over in minutes. Sammy would just sit there, watching the trainer, studying her hands, listening to her voice. People laughed. "Wow, he's really testing you," they said. But Sammy wasn't testing anyone, he was observing. One afternoon, something happened that changed how we saw him forever. We were at the park and a loud argument broke out nearby. Voices raised, tension in the air. Dogs barked, people stared. Sammy stopped walking, not scared, not shaking. He sat down and then he looked at us. Not for comfort, but as if to ask, is this the kind of moment we move through, or the kind we wait out? So we waited. Minutes later, the noise faded. The crowd dispersed. Sammy stood up, wagged his tail once, and continued walking like nothing had happened. That's when it hit us. Sammy wasn't slow, he was deliberate. At home, we started noticing more things. When someone was sad, Sammy didn't jump or lick their face. He'd quietly sit beside them, leaning just enough to be felt. When guests came over, he didn't rush the door. He waited to see who brought calm and who brought chaos. And when Sammy made a mistake, chewed a shoe, knocked over a plant, he didn't run away. He sat there as if saying, yes, that happened, let's talk about it. We began changing how we treated him. We stopped rushing him, stopped forcing reactions, stopped labeling his silence as disobedience. And in return, Sammy gave us something rare: presence. One night, during a storm, the power went out. Thunder shook the windows. The house went dark and quiet. We expected Sammy to panic. Instead, he lay down in the center of the room, calm as ever. We sat beside him. In that silence, with rain tapping the windows and Sammy breathing steadily, we realized something simple but powerful. Sammy wasn't trying to become human. He was teaching us how to be better ones. To pause before reacting, to read the room, to choose peace over noise. We thought our puppy was stubborn. Turns out, he's a philosopher. If this story made you smile, think, or see your dog a little differently, like the video and subscribe for more meaningful puppy stories. Because sometimes wisdom doesn't come from books, it comes on 4 paws.